Next up at UFC Vegas 70, we got Joe Solecki coming in kind of short notice. He was supposed to fight last week. That fell through. He's fighting this week, but his opponent is actually short notice. Carl Deaton III. Joe Solecki's 12-3 overall, 4-1 in his last 5, coming off that win over Alex Da Silva.
Sorry,
Tell me, Carl Deaton, that name doesn't sound like how I said it. You're taking on Carl Deaton III, 17-5 overall, 3-2 in his last 5, riding a 2-5 win streak into his UFC debut. Carl Deaton is a wrestler. He's patient on his feet. He chooses his shots well. He doesn't just come charging in looking for the takedowns, though. When he is comfortable, he will shoot them takedowns. He'll throw some big 1-2s. He'll bounce between 45 and 55. He is not the biggest man in the world, but he has stepped up on short notice, and we appreciate him for that. Bless his heart. He's got cardio. He does not wrestle as much as I would like him to. Joe Solecki is a very good grappler. He leans heavily on his wrestling. He leans heavily on his takedowns. He's slick on the ground.
What about the Joe Solecki accent?
I imagine he talks like me. Joey Solecki. I imagine he talks like
I'm Joe. Yeah, I'm from New Jersey.
That's why there's no accent.
You know what? My name's Joe. You can call me Big J. It's not the only thing I got big on me.
That accent's like getting worse and worse. Anyway, Joe, this comment is actually spectacular. I don't like to just pin random comments. He's talking about how Carl Deaton looks.
Yeah, I don't like to disrespect people like that.
Okay, yeah, Jacob's got no sense of humor today. What an absolute no spine and no sense of humor today. What a stream for Jacob.
I do have scoliosis.
Honestly, I picture your skinny, pale, red ass in that scoliosis box.
You picture my skinny, pale, red ass? Holy shit.
In the scoliosis box in middle school.
You heard it here first, folks. Okay. Oh, my God.
Anyway.
HR in here?
Joe Solecki's a dominant grappler. He was dropped in that win over Alex Da Silva. His chin can be questioned at times, but, I mean, we've got a short notice fight here. It's grappler versus grappler, essentially. Joe Solecki's going to have the better striking and the better grappling. He should absolutely be able to get this done. I don't think there's much to it than that. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, I agree.
$9,400 in DraftKings, probably worth it. I do think this is a finishable fight. What do you think?
Yeah, the only pause, I guess, is that Joe Solecki, he was knocked down in 30 seconds of his last fight. And I know that he's not a jiu-jitsu nerd because we all hate, we were just talking about the guys that pull guillotine, the jiu-jitsu nerds pulling guard and all this stuff with the trying to fight off their back. But when he was knocked down, he was a little bit of a jiu-jitsu nerd. I mean, there is 100% he played that game. And it was against a...
But he was knocked down. That's
he was knocked down, but he didn't... I mean, he was playing that game, trying to do his omoplata to the triangle, to the arm. I mean, he was trying to do that, and I know it was against a formidable opponent, so it wasn't like he can just, get back to his feet. But you would have liked to see a little bit more of sweeps to get out of that position. That's a little bit pause of the cause, but, against a guy like Carl Deaton, who is a little bit, I don't want to say dominant on the ground, but he's decent. I mean, he knows what he's doing on the ground.
Yeah.
And he does throw a little bit wild sometimes. I mean, and sometimes these regional guys, the short notice guys, they take chances. The shots are a little bit unorthodox, right? I mean, you're used to sparring with people that know if he's throwing this is coming next. Sometimes these regionals guys are a little bit more looping. They come at a little bit different angles, and Joe has shown that he can get knocked down, and he's definitely not like an undefeated fighter, but he should get the takedowns. Probably find the finish as well. So with that being said, short notice, with the amount of favorites on this card that you can't really trust, I would say, he's probably one that you can absolutely trust.
He's the most trustworthy guy in this entire card.
And he's still, in my mind, he's still like, there's in the back of my mind, I'm just like, yeah, it was literally the last fight. 30 seconds in, poof, oh, shit.
We, 100%. No, you and I'm very, very confident in Joe Solecki, but that's because it's short notice. It's because it's against a UFC debut. All of those things. You and I are on the same page. He's probably worth the $9,400. He probably wins inside the distance. I'm not going to bet that, but I do think he gets it done. So we have a couple of super chats. $4.99 from Sam Pierce. Is this a great fight to captain and have it either way? Also, are you guys ever going to do a Captain DK content? Couple things, Sammy boy. Thank you for the super chat. Premium members vote for the next feature that they want. That's how we continue to add features, add functionality. The last big vote, I believe, maybe this was 2 ago. I don't know. We're constantly rolling out features. The last big vote was live bets for the pay-per-views. So we added that Discord channel. And now for pay-per-views only, because for the non-pay-per-views, Jacob's just doing them on the stream, doing live bets. That's there. We did have DraftKings Captain Mode listed as one of the options. It didn't get very many votes proportionally to the other ones, but that's definitely something we've looked at and something we could certainly add if that's what people are interested in. And then we have $20, $19.99 from Joey T. Everyone, smash that like button. If you haven't, join the premium membership. It's the easiest $10 a month. Also, my girlfriend doesn't. We get it.
Oh yeah, well, that's a. Hey Joey T.
To dig at you.
Hey, yeah, fuck you, man. Like,
to dig at you.
I mean, come on. I've been nothing but supportive of this guy. I mean, congratulate. Even before the stream started, he's like, "Oh, if it wasn't for Evan Elder, I would have had the perfect card." I'm like, "Oh, that's great." Joey T comes in, and is like, just throws this shit in my face. It's unbelievable, man.
Well, his girlfriend.
I'm trying.
I'm out here.
I'm trying to put myself out there. If you guys know, I mean, send them my way.
Well, he said his girlfriend doesn't know anything about MMA or membership, but she admits that it's a $10. That it's a good value at $10.
Oh my God.
A month. He wrote it wrong, but she admits it's a good $10 month. Thank you, Joe. We appreciate you, despite Jacob's hatred for your blossoming love. Thank you very much, Joe. $1.99 super chat from MMA Jesus 316. Thank you very much, MMA Jesus. Are we